and I'm trying, and nothing seems to work. And that's not just with him; it's just with everything.
Okay. So, like, but in terms of his asthma, you're feeling like you're doing everything that you can, and then it's still not working, and so then that makes you feel even worse. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it sounds like his asthma is also having an impact on your depression. What about in terms of your symptoms? Like, I can imagine that, if you're having difficulty, if you're super tired and you're having difficulty, like, concentrating. And
I try to push through.
Okay. But I can imagine, like, it could be hard to, like, remember to give his medications or things like that. Or, like, there's a lot of cleaning involved. Like, I can imagine that would be really difficult if you're experiencing depression. Have you experienced any of that? Yeah.
But I make sure I give him his medicine. I'm not going to sit and say I don't, but I make sure I give him his medicine when he needs it on the time. Even if I have to set my reminder.
Okay.
I set a reminder so that he can take his medicine. But as far as household duties, I don't have the energy to do it.
Okay.
There's nothing there.
So, like, laundry, cleaning, like all the stuff that goes into
Like, I will make sure that
Yeah.
They have everything that they need to go to school with, but there's nothing there. It's just, I'm tired.
Yeah. No, I can hear that. Yeah. And what about, like, if do you think it's having any impact on your ability to, like, respond to his symptoms? Like, if he, like, starts having symptoms, do you think it's having any impact on you noticing that or, like, delaying?
No, because I notice when something is wrong with him. So, because if I don't catch it in time, I'll panic.
Okay.
So, I try to catch everything.
Okay, so you're almost, like, maybe more vigilant? Like, hyper vigilant, it sounds like, when it comes to his symptoms?
Not just his, my daughter's too.
Okay, and hers.
So, it's like...
What about in terms of, like, making decisions to go to urgent care or the emergency department? Like, what goes through your mind in terms of those decisions?
Immediately. I have to go immediately. It's stop everything. We gotta go. If I can't control it, stop everything. Let's go.
Okay, and it's like you have an asthma action plan for both of them?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're following whatever that says in terms of the red and yellow and green zone? Yeah, or green, yellow, and red zones?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like his asthma, like the severity of it is almost having more of an effect on you potentially than your depression on the asthma. Okay. All right. Oops. I lost my paper. Here we go. Okay. All right, and so he's on, does he have a daily controller medication or?
Yes, he just started a new, I cannot remember the name of it, but he's on a new medicine, albuterol, budesonide, Flovent, and I can't remember the one that he just started. I can't remember that one.
Okay.
So he's on a bunch.
Okay. What about, like, refilling prescriptions? Have you ever had any issues with that?
No.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. All right. I think we can shift gears then into talking about the depression screening and referral process that happened when you came to the asthma clinic. So I wanted to ask you some questions about your experience being asked about your mental health at your child's asthma clinic visit. As you know, the asthma clinic began screening caregivers for symptoms of depression and providing resources and information and we want to know what participating in the screening and referral process was like for you. So first, if you could just walk me through your memory of what happened in the screening and referral process. So not so much what happened with his asthma in that visit, but the whole
visit for you.
Like the visit in terms of
information.
Yeah, like you getting screened. And
they gave me information on his asthma. They gave me information, different resources to get help with my depression. And I think that's about it. I think that's about it. We went over everything, the resources. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
From what I can remember, that's about it.
Yeah. And do you remember who talked to you about it? Was it the asthma educator? Was it the physician?
We had the educator and the physician came in.
Okay.
So the physician got to listen to him, and she wants him to come back in June to see her again.
Okay. And in terms of the depression, did the provider talk to you? Did she talk to you about it?
Yes. Okay. She gave me the resources and to reach out and get all that done.
Okay. Okay. And I think at the time, you filled out a 2-item screening tool, I think, and then a longer one?
I think so. No, it was kind of something like this.
It was
short, like sweet, and simple, yes.
Okay. And then there was one that had more questions, though, that listed out like all the symptoms of depression?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I believe so.
Okay. And then did you get asked about suicidal ideation as well?
No.
Okay. Like if you were having any thoughts of suicide or... Okay. So that wasn't part of the visit. Okay. And then you got some information about depression, and then did you get you got a pamphlet about resources to contact? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I know you talked about this a little bit earlier, but what was it like to be asked about your mental health at your child's asthma visit?
At first it was a little uncomfortable, but then I just started talking. But it was they didn't make me feel uncomfortable, but for me to come out and talk about it, it was uncomfortable for me. But
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
it wasn't like they made you.
They didn't make me feel uncomfortable, but
yeah, it's just like it's really
for
personal. Yeah. And you were saying too that you didn't realize that you had depression until
I filled out
that paper. So what was that like, realizing
after
you filled it out?
It was I want to say a shocker, but it was like, wow. Well, yeah, a shocker.
And have you, so since participating in that screening and the referral process, has that had an impact on your depressive symptoms?
Yeah, a little bit, but not a lot.
How so?
I'll just be honest.
Yeah.
Like, some things I think about and some things I just go with the flow. And that was just...
So it sounds like it raised your awareness. But then you just kind of went back to doing what you've been doing? Got it. Okay. Did you talk to anyone about it?
Family members. That's about it.
And was that helpful? No? I'm guessing that's a no?
No. Because it's still there. I mean, it's always going to be there, but... I just go in shutdown mode, if you get what I'm saying.
I do.
Just shut down.
Yeah. So if it were up to you to decide, how would you like the asthma clinic to respond to depressive symptoms in parents or caregivers?
That's a good question.